I'd love to hear your thoughts on why some school systems struggle to recognize advanced potential beyond sort of your grades and rule following.
Hi. Yes, Danielle, thank you so much for a lovely introduction. And such a congratulations to Willow Kids for starting their program and getting off the ground. This is huge. Yeah, in my years of being in and out of these school systems, specifically working one-on-one with students who have been flagged or, they're noticed to have different behaviors than other students, right? Not your neurotypical behaviors, these kids on the autistic spectrum, and why that's not quite happening with some of the other neurotypical kids, why they're kind of sliding under in our fast-paced school system. So yeah, I'm seeing some of that in the middle schools and high schools when I'm substituting. And how can we, as educators and parents, myself, nurture these kids? So how do we help these school systems with the tests that they give to the kids not being always a sit down rote memorization test that I don't find to be the 100% indicator of giftedness? Kids who get scared to take tests and completely lose all their information when they sit down. There's kids that need some extra time. Um, Yeah, we're really trying as educators to try to push these boundaries, but I think there are quite a few limitations, and that really just boils down to teacher burnout as well. Yeah. Yeah, so what direction do you wanna go in now?
No, absolutely. I think you hit on some key points. I think for me, two key things stand out there. One, you mentioned the rush through sort of nature of our education system and school system. We got to get to this. We got to get to this next, criterion, or this is what we have to reach now. And we're on to this, and testing comes then. And I think that that is a space, a time, a reason, excuse me, that we lose a lot of students and we miss out on seeing a lot, because I think that learning is a journey that should not be rushed. And I think, unfortunately, the way that our system is designed, it is about quick get through onto the next thing, onto the next point. And we got to pass these kids. They've got to get the test. We've got to make these marks so that we can get funding and all of that. And so
Yes.
much is dependent on this that we lose. The student is not at the center of it anymore. And we are not taking the time to really get to know who these students are as learners. And we try to force them, as you also mentioned, into one box, a standardized test. And this is how we do it. And this is how we measure it. And not all students are going to do well with that.
Yeah.
So you're right. I think it's being able to have the time, and the teachers needing the support to be able to have that time and to broaden the offerings and the ways that they are teaching so that it is just not one standardized way. So I think those are two key points. It's really that time. And then we're trying to fit all these different shaped pegs that come in different ways into
Yes.
one
Yes.
size only.